Episode, we're going to look at the present value of a single sum. For example, let's say given a discount rate of 10%, uh, if you were to receive $200, receive $200 in 2 years, okay, how much how much would you have invested at time zero? The amount of money, the present value, which is so in 2 years you are going to receive $200. That means in 2 years the future value of that investment is $200. This is at time two. Let's say 2 years later. But at time zero, what will be your investment? How much would you have invested at a discount rate of 10% so that in 2 years you could have received $200? So at time 20, how much would you have invested so that in 2 years you will receive $200 at a discount rate of 10%? And we say the discount rate is the interest rate per compounding period. And for this problem, the compounding period is annual. So your investment at time t is equal to 0 is compounded annually at a rate of 10%. So the present value is calculated as future value divided by 1 plus the discount rate raised to the number of period. So future value, which means in 2 years, you would be receiving a lump sum, a single payment of $200, right? And that present value, the amount you have invested 2 years earlier, will be discounted at a rate of 10% annually. And n is the number of periods, so this $200 is going to be paid 2 years later, so n is 2. Now if you do simple calculation, this will give you $165.29. So what this means is that at time t is equals to 0, right? Or let's do, let me do a line here. You have the present time. T is equal to 0, t is equals to 1, or let's say just this line is time. You have, this is year 1, year 0, which is the present, the start. This is year 1, end of, this is end of year 1, and this is end of year 2. So you have time is equal to 0, the start. Time is equals to 1, this is around the end of year 1 or the beginning of year 2, and this is the end of year 2 or the beginning of year 3. So at time t is equal to 0, how much should you invest, right? So that at an annual discount rate of 10%, 10% for the first year, 10% for the second year, right? And this 10% is calculated on the principal and interest that you obtained in the first year. So at a discount rate of 10%, which is at an interest rate that is compounded yearly of 10%, how much would you have invested at time is equal to 0 so that in 2 years you would receive $200, right? So this present value is $165.29. So you should have invested this much amount of money at time is equal to 0 so that you will get a lump sum or a one-time payment of $200 at the end of year 2 at a discount rate of 10%. So I hope this was very helpful.